So, how do you handle a family dispute? If you're having some type of conflict or a feud with somebody in your family, maybe a sibling, a brother or sister, maybe your parents, maybe a cousin, maybe somebody within your distant extended family, you have two options. First, you can be combative and you can either covertly or out front bow up against that person, and you can battle against what that person is doing. Pros and cons to that. One is you're being upfront, you're fighting back, you're not becoming a victim, you're not letting the person overcome you. On the other hand, it might escalate the problem. If the problem's already escalated, you have nothing to lose. The other way you can do it is to de-escalate, and you can be diplomatic and try to work that person back down to earth. However, not everybody responds to that. Not every other party responds to you being nice about it, responds to you being the bigger person. Sometimes they take it as a sign of weakness and they just become more combative. So first you have to size up your opponent. And that's one of the things that we do. If you click the link below, Actual Human, we have consultation and consulting and working with one of our expert actual human agents. We can work you through this process to find out what you're up against, to hear you out. That's the first thing we do. We're sympathetic to what your story is. We want to hear it, because if you describe it in your own words, with your own emotions and with your own feelings and thoughts, we're going to know what's really happening. You don't even have to describe in detail what the other person's doing. If you just tell us what's happening with you and get your emotions out there, we'll be able to decipher from that what really is happening. So once that's done, then there's the decision: do you want to battle them or do you want to be diplomatic? Sometimes it's a hybrid. You want to start being diplomatic and you do good cop, bad cop. You start being a little bit nice, see what they do, and then take that away and then take action against them. Everybody has a weak spot in their life. Everybody has something that they're vulnerable. And if you find that weak spot and you put pressure there, sometimes that gets them to back off. Sometimes that gets them to say, hey, this isn't worth the trouble because I could lose more than I gain. Everybody has something they could lose. Many times they don't realize it when they're battling you because they just think they're going to do damage, but they're not looking at the response that you're going to give. Most people think that you're not going to respond. You're going to be too weak, or you're going to be a pushover, or you're going to let them get away with it. Most people just think that, so they'll just keep going after you as long as they can. And once you start coming back, a lot of times they'll stop. Oh, I'm sorry, and they'll back up. You have to push a little farther so it doesn't pop up again. It's like if you have a weed growing in your yard, you can't just pull off one leaf and expect it's going to stop growing and die. You have to pull out the weed and get rid of it so it doesn't come back. And if you have somebody messing with you in your life, friend, relative, colleague, or what have you, you want to crush that combativeness. They could still be a valuable colleague or friend or relative, but you want to crush their interest in messing with you so that all that's left is whatever they can do to help you and your collaborative work together. And that might remain. If that wasn't there in the first place, you can crush that combativeness, and then the person is just a non-entity. They're nothing to you, right? They're not helping you, they're not hurting you, but at least they're out of your life. But many times, a person has two sides of them. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. They're nice sometimes, and they're mean sometimes. Or they used to be nice, and now they're backstabbing you. If you could get rid of that backstabbing, you can maybe get that nice person back, if you want them. If you don't, you can do that too. But we can work you through that and counsel and consult with you on it and get you to a place where your world is controlled by you, not you controlled by the people around you.